Right now at 5, seniors in Jasper County could save some extra money thanks to a new tax program.
And take a look at that. We got some fog, we got some drizzle, we got some showers. I'm going to tell you right now, there's not enough weather icons to cover what we're expecting today. We'll try and break it down for you, and the forecast gets you out the door coming up.
Plus, a 25-year-old Oklahoma cold case sparks renewed interest in finding a suspect.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAO Morning News. It's 5 a.m. I'm Elise Snowy.
I'm Chris Warner. It's Wednesday. It's February the 5th right now, and will be all day, and it will be rainy all day. It will be foggy all day. Look, I do love weather. I really do. But there are times when sometimes, like the spring severe weather season, that's rough, but it's very straightforward.
Yes.
It's thunderstorms and damaging wind is coming. Today is nothing like that at all. It is all over the place, and it's going to take a little bit to get through. So I'm going to dive right into it. Let's start. We're going to look outside downtown Pittsburgh. So we got fog, first off, that we have to talk about. Doesn't look too bad from our camera in downtown Pittsburgh, but nonetheless, we are contending with some fog. MoDOT camera 20th and range line in Joplin. Also, as you can see, dealing with some foggy conditions out there as well. So here's the Skywatch Storm Tracker, which at this point, you can see there's really not much on it. The drizzle, things like that, are not going to show up so well on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, but we're expecting more showers to start building in. So here's the fog tracker, and here's what it looks like. There's fog everywhere, with the densest fog right along the 69 corridor and points eastward, with less than a mile visibility down Anderson, Grove, Bentonville, and to some of our southern counties out there, but still reduced visibilities. Okay, so that's part one of what we've got going on. Here's part two. These are winter weather advisories, and they run until noon for some of our western counties in southeast Kansas because it's just cold enough that some of this drizzle and light rain could freeze. So we're talking about a light glaze of maybe some ice where you see these winter weather advisories. So that's something else you'll have to contend with out there. So on to the future track. By noon, we've got showers. They're scattered, but they're going to continue through the day, and we'll have gusty southwest winds at about 20 miles an hour. Now, here comes the other exciting part, which I'll get to here in just a moment. Temperatures right now, not bad. They really haven't moved much since yesterday. We were 39 24 hours ago. We are same spot in Joplin right now. 34 Pittsburgh. We've got 30s, and we've got 40s, hence why we have the winter weather advisories off to the north and west. Kids getting on the bus real quick. I always forget about that. Sorry. 41. Some showers, northeast winds 5 to 10. Winds increase later. Patchy fog. Patchy fog, by the way, continues by the time the kids get off the bus. About 49, and those winds gusting to 20. Highs today, upper 40s. We'll have the showers. We'll have the patchy fog, which will continue through about 5, 6 o'clock this evening. And then here's the other fun part. This is probably going to be our low as well, at least right here, because temperatures are going to rise overnight. We'll talk about that and a lot more in the full forecast here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Authorities are waiting to see if recently found human remains in Ottawa County can be identified. A man and a woman found the remains near a lagoon north of Commerce, Oklahoma on Friday. The Quapaw Nation Marshal Service is leading the investigation with the assistance of the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, who collected the remains. They are currently analyzing the remains and hope to identify them. Due to several open missing persons cases, several folks had reached out to Lorraine Bible, who assured folks they are not the remains of the missing Welch girls, one of which is her daughter. The missing Welch girls cold case has captivated 4-staters for 25 years. Laura Bible has spent the night with her best friend Ashley Freeman on December 29th, 1999. Now, the girls disappeared that night, and Ashley's parents were both found murdered and their home burnt to the ground. After more than 15 years, investigators eventually zeroed in on 3 suspects: Phil Welch, David Pennington, and Ronnie Busick. Now, Busick, the only one still alive, eventually pled guilty to accessory to murder in 2020. Laura Bible's mother, Lorraine, believes witnesses keep silent for so long out of fear.
But yeah, those ladies, They lived in fear every day of their life when they were with them. And even after that, when he passed away, it's the only time they actually said that they could take a deep breath and didn't have to look over their shoulder every day.
Now, Welch, Pennington, and Busick weren't the first suspects in the missing Welch girls cold case. Later on in the show, KOAM's Tanya Bach reveals 2 other high-profile murderers, one who even confessed to the crimes. And now you can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, and sports with the KOAM Plus TV streaming app. It's available on Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV Plus, and Roku. The player is also available on our news and weather apps as well as our website. Watch live streaming anytime, absolutely free. The KOAM Plus TV streaming app. Well, Jasper County seniors could save money on their property tax thanks to a new program. The application for a senior tax freeze has opened and is available through the county collector's office. Now, anyone age 62 or older who owns their home can apply. If approved, it will freeze qualified seniors' property taxes at the 2024 rate, meaning they won't increase in the future years. State lawmakers passed the program in 2023, but Jasper County is one of just a handful of counties taking part.
That's significant considering 2025 is a reassessment year. So your values should go up under reassessment, but you're going to be paying based upon the 2024 tax amount.
The application window closes on May 31st, and you can learn more about how to apply for the property tax freeze on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A free tax service staffed by volunteers is in Joplin. The service is offered through the federal VITA program, and it's available to taxpayers making $65,000 or less. KOAM's Lonnie Walton talked to locals who are thankful for the service.
Actually, wasn't planning on becoming a tax preparer, but I do very well at it.
David Torres is a site coordinator for the VITA Joplin Tax Clinic. He says people who come to get their taxes done are in good hands.
You do something well and enjoy it, that makes a huge difference.
Well, he's not the only one who enjoys taxes. His instructor from Missouri Southern does also. He has lots of experience to pass on.
I had a wonderful life as a CPA, giving back and helping people, and I enjoy doing taxes.
Both Barnett and Torres are using their love for taxes to help those in need.
We prepare federal and state, and if you live in a state such as Kansas or the surrounding states, we do those as well. So,
although the lines are long, customers say they don't mind it. It's free.
Like doing taxes, so my box, I just throw them in there, everything that comes, and then I just come trot down here and get them done.
It was free. They get it done proficiently, and I'm very grateful that they do it, and it's no charge.
Torres says if you happen to miss the deadline, he'll be waiting for you.
there's always people that are either filing late or have amended returns or had previous year returns that need to be fixed. And so we do that, provide that in the summertime and throughout the rest of the year, but we do that by appointment only. So,
reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
The VITA program is currently held at Great Plains Federal Credit Union in Joplin. The program is available Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And that's a look at this morning's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes coming up on the KOAM Morning News. McDonald County hosts a wrestling duel against Carl Junction. We'll have the details. Plus, the Princess of Wales joins school children for an interactive gallery visit in London. And we're tracking rain chances for today. We'll have what to expect with Chris Warner in the Skywatch Weather Center. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. We'll be right back.
Sporting events of any kind are much more exciting with a big crowd. That's exactly what we had yesterday afternoon. McDonald County High School, the Mustangs host Carl Junction in a wrestling duel in front of the entire McDonald County student body. Mack County hosting an assembly duel against Carl Junction. We're going to get started with the girls at 125 pounds. McDonald County's Angelica Alarcon gets the takedown of Jasmine Blaney, and she wins by fall. Then, wrestling at 135 pounds, Carl Junction's Bella Montez with a takedown of Katrin Hamilton. And She wins by fall after just 24 seconds. That gives some momentum to the Lady Bulldogs. So we move ahead to 140. McDonald County's Macy Smith gets the takedown, but Russell Rahobson with TTE reversal, with the reversal. This match goes the full 6 minutes. Rahobson wins by decision, and at 145 pounds, another great battle here between Brooke Obed and Kylie Spencer. Obed wins by fall after 5 minutes. Lady Mustangs win big in front of their classmates. They beat Carl Junction 54-15. So now we go to the boys. Met County and its home gym taking on Carl Junction. At 132 pounds, Robinson Yoshino has a reversal against Jackson Yapel, and he wins by technical fall for the Mustangs. After that, the CJ boys catch fire. At 144 pounds, Nick Falk wins by fall over Roland Wardlaw just before the 3-minute mark. A little bit later, 165 pounds, Patrick Luzak gets the win by fall over Leo Soz. Bulldogs have won 5 matches in a row at this point. And at 175 pounds, Carl Junction's Tony Stewart with the takedown. And just after 4 minutes, he gets the win by technical fall. Great afternoon for Carl Junction boys wrestling. Bulldogs take care of Mack County 51-23. We had some high school basketball in our area last night as well. Over in the CNC, 6th ranked Girard girls basketball cruises to a 59-26 victory over Galena at home. Meanwhile, Galena boys basketball remains undefeated. The Bulldogs beat Girard 59-45 and improved their record to 12-0 on the season. They face Northeast Arma on Thursday. And in Missouri, yesterday was the boys' quarterfinal round of the 42nd annual Mercy Warrior Classic. New Heights Christian Academy takes care of Thomas Jefferson 65-46. Cougars improved to 15-4 on the season. And in the final game of the night, McCallie Catholic takes down Golden City 65-47. The Warriors improve their record to 17-3. Well, Super Bowl 59 kicks off in just a few days in New Orleans. Monday, Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt all but guaranteed that Andy Reid would return next season. Yesterday, the 66-year-old head coach gets the chance to confirm that message.
Yes, I'll be back. I'm glad he's going to have me back. I mean, I enjoy teaching, so I don't get caught up too much on all the stats and all that. All the records and all that stuff. But I enjoy being around the guys. I enjoy football, the game. You can't put in the hours that we do and not enjoy it.
Still to come, a new study suggests parents' cell phone habits can affect their kids' exposure to age-inappropriate content. Plus, a check of the 7-day forecast when the KOAM Morning News returns. Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Coming up on 5:18 now on this Wednesday morning. Got a lot to get to, so I'm going to get right to it. We're starting with the fog tracker. We have fog across the entire region. We have reduced visibilities across the entire region, but the slightly more reduced visibilities are still roughly the 69 corridor and the counties associated with it and points east. And we do have visibilities less than a mile, Anderson Grove, Bentonville, and some of those surrounding communities. So do keep this in mind. Slow down. Low beams, not your high beams. If you have fog lights, fantastic. This is when you should be using them. Showers. They're going to eventually start showing up on the Skywatch Storm Tracker. It's going to take a little time because the drizzle we're getting, which is part of the fog situation as it is, doesn't show up so well. But we will be getting more showers as we go through the morning that will actually show up on the radar. On top of all of that, we have winter weather advisories. These are for our northwestern counties, and this is because of the showers and the current temperatures. We could get some freezing drizzle, freezing fog, a little bit of light freezing rain. Now, only a glaze of ice is expected, if even that. Could lead to some slick spots, but these winter weather advisories are in place just because it is below freezing and we are getting water, liquid falling from the sky, not frozen precipitation. That could lead to some freezing on the ground and on elevated surfaces, so do keep that in mind as well. Now we go to the future track. Now, the future track's pretty easy to decipher at this point. We've got showers. Here we are at noon, cloudy skies, showers. It's going to be breezy. Winds out of the southwest, gusting upwards of 20. Temperatures, they'll rise a bit progressively through the day. Now, where it gets interesting is overnight tonight. It makes it a little difficult to pick a low temperature. So we'll just pick a number, okay? Just about any number that's at least at our high temperature level or a hair lower. Because what will happen is, look at these temperatures. They're going up overnight. They're going to rise overnight. And I've seen this happen a couple of times. It doesn't happen a lot, but temperatures are going to rise overnight tonight. We'll have showers overnight. They'll continue into the first half of our Thursday. And for many of us, we will be warmer tomorrow morning than we'll have for highs today. We'll be warmer at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning than we are right now, and then we'll be this afternoon. By Thursday afternoon, winds shift out of the northeast, gusting upwards of still about 25, 30 miles an hour. As skies begin to clear out, we're looking pretty good, not doing too bad, and it won't be until Friday that we see the clouds increase again, and we start to see some of those showers start to work back into the forecast for us. So let's take a look at the extended quickly for you here. Again, upper 40s today. Upper 40s for our lows. Wherever your high is where your low is going to be tonight as temperatures rise overnight. Upper 50s, low 60s tomorrow. A few showers Friday, Saturday. Not bad. Temperatures dropping below normal as we head into next week. And as you can already see, more changes for our wintry weather next week, or at least that possibility. So stay with us. We'll keep you updated and see exactly how that pans out as well. Let's check your forecast. We're back with Health Watch right after this.
Well, topping Health Watch this morning, mothers and fathers are advised to practice what they preach when it comes to screen time. Parental phone habits could have a direct link to the phone habits of their sons and daughters, according to a study published Tuesday in the BMC Pediatrics Journal. The bottom line, adults who spend a lot of time on their phones are likely to have kids who follow suit. And those kids are more likely to see R-rated movies and play mature-rated video games. And the findings are based on more than 10,000 12 and 13-year-olds. Researchers say it's basically impossible for people to not use their phones, but they recommend trying to place limits on screen time. They also say families should work on developing rules during mealtime and before going to sleep. Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths. While early detection can save lives, experts say many of those eligible for screening don't get tested. Amanda Gaither explains who should be screened and talks to a lung cancer survivor about why she says a billboard saved her life.
For months, Denise Lee passed a billboard that caught her eye. It said, "Saved by the Scan," advocating for people to be screened for lung cancer.
I smoked for 40 years, and so I consider myself high risk.
Lee says she didn't know about low-dose CT scans, a simple x-ray that takes multiple pictures of the lungs with little radiation. It takes only a few minutes, and there's no pain. After advocating for herself at the doctor, she was screened.
My primary care physician called me, and she said, yeah, they found a spot. Actually a tumor.
It was cancer, but Lee says because of the screening, the disease was caught early before it spread.
I always say that the billboard saved my life because literally that's what happened.
The American Lung Association says low-dose CT scans can reduce the lung cancer death rate by up to 20%, but only about 16% of those eligible for it in 2022 actually got tested. Anyone between the ages of 50 and 80 who smokes now or has quit within the past 15 years and has a 20-pack year or more smoking history should be screened.
You multiply the number of packs per year by the number of years you smoke. So 1 pack per day times 20 years is 20 pack years.
Dr. Bobby Mahajan says in recent years, the 5-year lung cancer survival rate has improved, but the earlier the disease is detected, the chances of survival significantly increase.
Lung cancer screening is effective and it can save lives.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Anyone interested in seeing if they qualify for a low-dose CT scan can take an eligibility quiz by visiting the American Lung Cancer Association's website. And that's a look at some of today's top health stories. You're watching the KOAM Morning News.
And we've got that fog out there. We've got some winter weather advisories out there. We've got some rain out there. We'll look at all of that when we come back.
Right now at 5:30, visitors to the senior center in Miami can expect a few upgrades to the facility.
And we've got some patchy fog to deal with. We got drizzle, we got showers, and believe it or not, we have winter weather advisories. We'll have a look at that forecast, get you out the door coming up.
Plus, visitors to Hatcher's Coffee House in Carthage got crafty with some Valentine's Day ideas for their kiddos.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, good morning and welcome to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:29. I'm Elise Snowy.
I'm Chris Warner. It is now Wednesday, and it is February the 5th, 2025.
Yes.
Oh,
we
boy.
are. Month of February. I mean, this one is the shortest month of the year, and so it's going to go by just like that.
Oh, no, I bet it'll be longer than
You think
January.
so?
No, I'm sure it'll be a great month. Definitely starting to get a little more seasonable out there, though.
Yes.
It's just a lot going on. A lot happening this morning, as crazy as it sounds. So we'll show you what's happening. Starting with a look outside from downtown Pittsburgh. Our camera at 4th and Broadway, you'll see that there's fog. There's the fog. There's clouds. The roads are wet. Why? Well, some of the fog is drizzle. Some of the roads being wet is rain and showers, which will continue to increase out there. MoDOT camera 20th and Rangeline in Joplin also showing us some foggy conditions and wet roadways. Here's the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We're starting to see a few more green spots on here. So we're actually seeing showers that are showing up because the drizzle, that stuff does not show up on here, but we are starting to see showers increasing and starting to show up on there, and that's how the rest of our day is going to be. We have fog across the entire region. Believe it or not, no dense fog advisories at this point, but we do have reduced visibilities everywhere across the region. And then we've got some of the denser fog, the counties with Highway 69 in them, because see, they almost go right to the county lines. It's kind of weird how that works, but we have that fog from here and points east. It's a little denser, so do keep that in mind as you're traveling. Low beams, not your high beams. Fog lights if you have them. We have winter weather advisories, our northwestern counties. These run until noon, and this is because temperatures here are below freezing, and so the precipitation that's falling is liquid. It's drizzle, it's rain, it's showers, but it could freeze, leading to a light glaze of ice. Nothing significant, but watch out for slick spots out there. By noon, showers across the entire region, cloudy skies, and we'll have southwest winds. They're going to be a little bit on the gusty side, and these showers continue through the rest of the evening, overnight, and into the first part of our Thursday. Again, colder, a little below freezing in our northwestern counties. The rest of us holding out mid-upper 30s and some low 40s out there. So kids getting on the bus, they'll need a jacket. Watch out for the showers, the fog, low 40s for most of us. Northeast winds 5 to 10. That bus brings them back home. That'd be about 49. Southwest winds gusting upwards of 20. Still foggy, though. That's the other thing. We'll have to contend with fog through at least 5, 6 o'clock this evening with our highs into the upper 40s. Our lows will be about this same number because temperatures will rise overnight. We'll go over those details with you here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. The Miami Senior Center is undergoing some big upgrades. The center's original board was dissolved and is now under the ownership of the city of Miami. They'll add some new services, equipment, and programs, and they'll give the center a fresh coat of paint, a new kitchen space, and upgrade the furniture. The center has expanded its programs and offers a library, gym, and a pool room for members.
Seniors didn't have one that they could do, chili feeds or make a casserole or whatever to help feed or do something here. So we're in the process now of putting in a kitchen that will be used for the seniors.
The center is open every weekday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Membership costs $25 per year. The Freeman Business Center in Joplin held a Healthy Habits event last night. Dr. Rob McNabb, a practicing internist, hosted the event, and he covered healthy habit topics such as eating well, staying active, managing stress, and getting enough sleep. He also talked about staying away from certain foods.
Just avoiding ultra-processed foods would probably be a tremendous benefit for almost all of us. The average American eats about 70% of their calories as an ultra-processed calorie. The average adult eats about 800 pounds of food per year, and so that's a lot of ultra-processed foods.
And our vitality is very high.
McNabb is a longtime advocate for patient empowerment through education. For some people, arts and sports might not seem to go hand in hand, but in the Show Me state, they'll work very well together. According to Missouri law, when non-resident entertainers and athletes perform or play in the state, 2% of their funding is withheld and remit to the state. Now that percent then goes to fund certain areas such as the Missouri Arts Council.
We are putting into our performances, our programs, then creating a lot more spending throughout the community. And we do find that when people go to arts events, they are much more likely to go and to seek out special and just what makes your city special. So coming downtown and visiting the shops and going to Hackett's and having barbecue and, trying out the local flavor and spending more time. And that money that you're investing in the arts is really, touching a lot of different lives throughout the community because of that event-related spending.
The Missouri Arts Council says it's committed to broadening the growth, availability, and appreciation of the arts in Missouri. The group Carthage Parents as Teachers held a cute and crafty event at Hatcher's Coffee House yesterday. The smallest kiddos up to pre-K could bring their parents in for a Valentine's Day craft session.
Make a little space for kids to, create with their parents, and they get to leave the mess with us and have a cup of coffee and hopefully meet other parents. I just feel like it's a great connection for kids to meet other kids and parents to connect with other parents and also with each other.
We're pretty sure these parents have a good idea of who their Valentine will be this year. And that's a look at our top news stories coming up this half hour on the KOAM Morning News. Mexico's National Guard starts moving troops to the northern border to prevent drug trafficking. Plus, President Trump welcomed Israel's Prime Minister to the White House to discuss Gaza's future. We'll have the latest. You're watching the KOAM Morning News. Topping World Watch, the Princess of Wales goes on a class trip to an interactive gallery. Princess Kate took a bus ride to the National Portrait Gallery in London with a group of elementary school children Tuesday. Organizers say the outing marked the debut of the Bobbingham Tree Trail and an interactive program designed to foster emotional and social growth through art. This initiative is part of Kate's commitment to supporting early childhood development. Well, Mexico has begun deploying National Guard troops to its border with the U.S. More than 100 members of the National Guard took off Tuesday morning from the southeastern city of Mérida to Ciudad Juarez. The troops will work to prevent drug trafficking into the U.S. as part of a deal reached Tuesday between President Trump and Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum. The agreement postpones what would have been the start of 25% tariffs on Mexican exports into the U.S. Additional units are scheduled to fly from Cancun to Campeche, and others are expected to travel north by road. They will join the more than 10,000 troops already stationed along the border. A popular tourist spot in the Greek islands rattled by hundreds of small earthquakes. Public events on the island of Santorini have been canceled, travel restricted, and construction work banned in certain areas. With the earthquakes predicted to last for weeks, some old buildings already damaged as a result. Thousands have left as quakes up to magnitude 5 have been recorded in the volcanic region since Friday. Seismologists say that islands could continue to be hit with a series of small quakes or one larger one. So far, no injuries have been reported. Well, President Trump welcomed his first world leader in his second term Tuesday, when Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu paid a visit to the White House, where the two discussed the future of the Hamas ceasefire, more hostages released, and if Gaza can be rebuilt. Caroline Shively reports from Washington.
In a news conference Tuesday night, President Trump said he wants the U.S. to take long-term ownership of the Gaza Strip, saying the war-torn territory could become the Riviera of the Middle East.
Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land, developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent in a really magnificent area.
To do it, the president said he wants all Palestinians to leave Gaza.
If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years.
Arab leaders strongly oppose Palestinians relocating to other countries, saying it would allow Israel to take over the territory. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who joined Trump at the White House, gave his backing to the plan.
I think it's something that could change history, and it's worthwhile really pursuing.
Jordan and Egypt have repeatedly rejected Mr. Trump's plan to relocate Palestinians to their countries. Jordan's King Abdullah is coming to the White House next week.
Bring them home now!
Outside the White House Tuesday, protesters pushed for the release of the 40 remaining Israeli hostages. Over the second phase of the ceasefire, all remaining captives are supposed to be released and Israeli troops are to withdraw from Gaza.
We'd like to get all of the hostages, and if we don't, it will just make us somewhat more violent.
Although initial projections estimate it will take 5 years to rebuild Gaza, White House officials say it could take 15.
And that's a look at some of your biggest headlines from around the world. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. It's 5:44, and in just about 18 seconds, it'll be 5:45 on this Wednesday morning. We're starting with the fog tracker, where we do have reduced visibilities across the entire region, with the densest fog still along the line of 69. The county is along 69 and points to the east, but we do have, again, reduced visibilities everywhere out there. Skywatch Storm Tracker, those showers are starting to thicken up a bit, and what that just simply means is the rain, it's coming down a little heavier, so the radar can actually pick it up. Doesn't really pick up drizzle so well. That's why it has a hard time with snow sometimes, because it's very finite. The radar has to have something to bounce off of, but we are seeing more showers, and we will continue to see those showers increase across the area. A reminder, winter weather advisories are northwestern counties through noon today, and this is because temperatures here are below freezing, and as such the precipitation that's falling is liquid, so it could freeze, so basically like freezing rain, but thankfully not that heavy. We're talking freezing drizzle, could lead to a glaze of ice on certain surfaces, especially bridges, overpasses, so do be careful. Watch out for some slick spots out there. Nothing crazy is expected, but still you want to be cautious. All right. Now we'll go on to the future track by noon. We have got ourselves rain showers across most of the area. These will continue throughout the day today, and they will continue overnight tonight and into Thursday. Now the thing is whatever our high is, it's very likely our low temperature today will be virtually identical, maybe a degree cooler, because temperatures will begin for most of us to rise overnight into Thursday. So some of us starting warmer tomorrow than where we'll be through most of today. Showers continuing, excuse me. Then a boundary comes through, shifts our winds out of the northeast, and we start to have skies clear, so we can get some sunshine Thursday. It's not going to be that bad of a day. Won't be super warm, but it won't be super cold either. It'll be pretty decent, and it'll be Friday that we'll see more showers overnight into early Friday morning and throughout the day. They'll be isolated to widely scattered, but showers will be possible as we head into our Friday. All right, quick look outside, 7th and range line. We're looking okay. Joplin, again, reporting about 3 miles visibility. 39 is where we're at, and rain at the airport. We're getting the drizzle, we're getting the showers, and again, showers starting to pick up. Again, cold, below freezing, our northwestern counties, which we mentioned yesterday could be a little colder than everyone else, and they are, hence the winter weather advisories. You get further south and east, get a little warmer. We start going mid-upper 30s and even low to mid-40s. As we get our day underway, showers, patchy fog, and I do want to mention that too, is the patchy fog is expected to last throughout the majority of the day. Across especially the areas where it's denser right now, could last through 5, 6 o'clock this evening, so keep that in mind as well. Temperatures just kind of steady out there, slowly rising to about the mid-40s by 11 a.m. Eventually we'll have highs today for most of us, mid-upper 40s, and again our lows will be very close to what our highs are because temperatures will rise overnight. Upper 50s, low 60s, mid-50s on Friday. Warm again Saturday, big drop heading into Sunday, and we are still watching that possibility of a wintry mix by next Tuesday. You can see everything's moved up 2 days, by the way, but still not looking at anything too impressive at this point, but you know Mother Nature, she can change her mind like that, so we'll keep you updated as we head into next week. Let's check your forecast. We're back with more after this.
Well, today's entertainment report features a pair of previews, a new movie opening this spring, and a new take on a classic you can see now. Here's David Daniel with the Hollywood Minute.
I know this is all really intense, but I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm really sorry about this. I really am.
Here's your first look at Hurry Up Tomorrow, the film debut of Abel Tesfaye, better known as The Weeknd. He plays a musician with insomnia who begins to unravel the very core of his existence. Jenna Ortega and Barry Keoghan co-star. Tesfaye also co-wrote the film, which arrives in theaters May 16th.
I will not be afraid of death and bane. Till Burnham Forest come to Dunsany.
Another turbulent tale is in theaters now. Macbeth, filmed for the big screen during its run at London's Donmar Warehouse. David Tennant and Cush Jumbo star in Shakespeare's classic tale of ambition, violence, and guilt. Tickets and showtimes are at macbethdonmarcinema.com. By the pricking of my thumbs in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
In a viral video world increasingly influenced by AI, one brave ballerina's bona fide and bold viral moment had social media viewers struggling to believe their own eyes. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Take a look at a ballerina's incredible viral moment that is so surreal it could be AI. But believe it or not, it's not. Renowned French dancer Victoria d'Auberville was invited by an Arctic cruise ship's captain to perform the statuesque stunt on the bulging bilge beneath the ship's bow. Accompanied by photographer Matthew Forget, d'Auberville braved the icy Arctic waters to capture the stunning moment. The dreamlike video went viral on social media but was so surreal, some users were left wondering, was it for real?
Because of, the fact that there was water moving, the fact that Victoria added a little zoom in the video, all these things, so many factors made it look like AI.
So we write on the caption with no AI.
This is what Victoria tries to always do, is that bring ballet to unexpected places.
A marine mystery is unfolding in Louisiana after officials with the Shreveport Aquarium discovered a baby shark was birthed in a tank inhabited exclusively by female sharks. The aquarium says the bizarre birth could have been a case of delayed fertilization or an asexual reproductive phenomenon called parthenogenesis, which is about as easy to explain as it was to pronounce. The aquarium plans to do genetic testing to figure out some answers, but either way, it seems life found a way. Finally, a recent big birthday bash at Sea Life Melbourne in Australia celebrated 1 year of Pesto the penguin. Remember that precious puffy penguin that went viral for looking like George Costanza's woolly Russian rat hat? Well, Pesto's a kiddo no mo, and thanks to some feather molting, he looks sleek and chic in his new tux and beak, a year older and a year wiser. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Great to see Pesto all grown up. Stick around. We'll be right back. There's a reason for celebration at the Oregon Zoo. An elephant has given birth to a baby calf. According to the zoo, 30-year-old Asian elephant Rose 2 gave birth on Saturday after 20 months of pregnancy. The baby appeared to be a 200-pound female, but zoo staff are giving the pair time to bond before conducting a first checkup to confirm weight and sex. Now, both mom and baby are doing well. Officials with the zoo's elephant program say it was a smooth birth and the mother elephant had the calf standing on its own within 15 minutes. When the weather is pleasant, but especially when it's not, they are the men and women who keep us informed and help us plan our days. Today is the day to celebrate them on National Weather Person's Day. Officially, February 5th marks the birthday of John Jeffreys, born on this day in 1744. Considered one of America's first weather observers, he kept detailed records for decades. Now, the day also serves to honor all of those who work in meteorology and weather forecasting, either on TV or radio and behind the scenes. It's also a recognition of storm spotters, observers, and others in the industry.
Well, how about that?
Happy Weather Person's Day,
Well, thank
Chris.
you. I didn't even know this was a thing. I've been doing the weather on the morning show about 3 years now and did not know until now that this was a thing. Well, okay. Well, the problem is you're going to celebrate us weather folks, and here locally we don't really have anything fantastic to show you, but remember, it's not our fault. We just tell you what's happening, okay? It is going to be a little dreary. We've got the clouds, we got the showers, we got patchy fog. Temperatures kind of hovering in the low 40s through most of the morning. You can see from 7th and Rangeline, it is still a bit foggy out there. I do want to mention that the fog, especially along and east of the 69 corridor, could last through 7 o'clock this evening. So keep that in mind if you're traveling or just commuting later today as well. Showers out there, temperatures eventually upper 40s for most of us. Southwest winds gusting to 20. Showers continue through the evening, and see our temperatures will start to turn around and warm up. So we're talking lows, maybe a degree or two cooler than our highs out there. Southwest winds gusting to 25. Temperatures rising overnight. We'll eventually make upper 50s, low 60s tomorrow. Get some clearing in, a few more showers Friday and Saturday. That's Check Your Forecast. We're back with more after this.